What's going on, y'all? This is Bashari Jones.
And I'm Kiana.
And welcome to Keeping Up with the Joneses Lovecast. Yes. We are here to inspire.
Yes, we are.
To empower.
Yes.
To educate.
Definitely.
To entertain.
Yes.
But most importantly, we are here to celebrate other couples from all walks of life, from all over the world.
Yes.
So that we can give you guys hope and let you guys know that we are making it.
Yes.
Okay. And today.
Today.
This is one of those special days. This is one of those days like this couple right here.
Tell them, babe.
You know, when you meet some people, they just good people. And even though they're not family, they have to be family. You have to just say, look, okay, this is a little bro.
Yes.
And this is a little sis.
Yes.
Because these are just like good people.
And they beautiful people too, like outside and inside.
And you talking about, you know, singer, dancer, tour with Missy Elliott. Listen,
what did you say?
I get to say Missy Elliott on the podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This brother has been doing some things. Sister, I actually met Sister. We were working the same job. We actually got hired the same time, went through training.
Wow.
That's how this whole thing started off. And we were like, hey, you seem like a cool person. I'll share some information with her. The whole network marketing thing. She said, I got to share this with my husband. Then we got a chance to meet the husband. And we have been friends. We have been family ever since. If you guys do not know who we're talking about, we want to introduce the song.
Yes.
Present to others. Mr. Ledaro and Mrs. Danielle Hart. Let's give it up.
Hey. Wow. What an intro.
Yeah.
All right. So today is no longer called Keeping Up with the Joneses.
No.
This episode is called Keeping Up with
the Harts. Yes. Woo!
You guys are awesome. Wow. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're
super
great.
Fantastic, especially now that we're here with you.
Definitely.
You know, we are so happy to be here, to be able to see you guys. I was just telling my wife, it's just like old times. You know, we got a lot of history together. Us four.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
And, so when you guys asked us to be a part of the show, just to have some conversations, to talk, have some fun, we got pumped up about it. And so we're happy.
Yeah, we are
absolutely,
too.
Absolutely. Well, you know, we.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Danielle.
No, I was just saying the intro, we appreciate that so much, but it did take me back to the days that we did meet. Oh, good old ACS, right?
Yep, oh, good old ACS. Calling on behalf of blankety blank, because we ain't gonna even talk about that right now. All right. So we like to start every show the same because everybody have great origin stories.
Yes.
You know. So what we want to do is we actually want to open up the floor to the Harts, and we want to hear the origin story of Ledaro and Danielle. How did this all start?
Yes. How did this magnificentness begin?
What a question, right? Where do we begin? Yes. Where do we begin? You may start yours.
Yeah, you can start it.
Sure.
Because I remember the story now.
Yeah. Okay. We like to bounce off of each other, so we'll go back.
I love it. Yes.
So we will be celebrating on February 14th, 15 years of marriage.
Let's go.
Yes.
Very proud of that, especially because of our backgrounds. We come from broken marriages, and so that's big for us. But everything started in
2006, yeah.
Wow. So 2006, you know, they say you can't meet people at the club. And that's where everything started in Detroit, downtown Club Blue.
Club Blue. Well, outside.
Well, outside Club Apartment.
Club Apartment and Blue. Yeah, it's like right in the middle.
Yeah, I don't even know. Do they still exist?
I've been there. No. I don't know.
Yeah, so it all started outside of Club Apartment, in between Club Blue and Club Apartment. And I was actually talking to a photographer who was talking to me about modeling and things like that. And little did I know, he came from out of nowhere while I was talking to this photographer and just interrupted the conversation. So I'm looking at him like, wow, that's really bold. But I didn't know that was his photographer that did a lot of his work.
That was my guy.
Mm.
Can I interject?
Yes.
Okay, so I was just going out hanging out with some of my guys, and it was just walking up, and it was one of those movie situations. It was like slow motion. I seen her, and it was like, right. And so then I walked towards her, and I literally pushed my friend out there. I said, watch out. And I introduced myself, and that was it. And then she was just so happened to be going inside of the club Club Blue, where I was going. She was coming out of apartment. I was going into Blue. I was going into Blue. And so then we danced in the club, exchanged information.
Well, he didn't tell you the most important part right here.
What?
So this is what stood out to me anyways, because you know how the girls were like, okay, somebody's feeling me. He's feeling me, so I'm probably about to get in for free. He's about to pay my way in. No, he goes ahead of me. He gets in for free because obviously he's probably the guest of the club that night because he was known for his music in Detroit. And so he was actually there promoting. And so I'm looking at him, and me and my girlfriend were like, you're going to get us in? And he's like, and so I'm looking like, what? Like he couldn't get us in? So, I mean, I'm happy he did that because that stood out to me, which I was like, okay, that was like the first step of, okay, I'm a little curious about this guy. But little did I know, going in there, I didn't even know where he was. I think he said he was in the VIP section up top. Didn't see him pretty much the whole entire time, but he said he was watching me.
The whole time, scoping her out, her every move. I'm like, who's she talking to? And so then, so we chatted, spoke that night.
At the very end.
Very end, yeah. I waited. And then, let's see, then after that, we waited like, because I couldn't just call her right away. Guys got to do it.
Oh, yeah. You had to have the 3-day rule or something like that.
3-day rule, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said.
So I waited for the date. And then I called her up, set up a first date. And our first date was a carnival. And
I thought that was so sweet because he brought his little brother.
Brought my brother.
That is so sweet. It just made me feel so much more comfortable. He brought his little brother. His brother brought a girl, right? It was just his friend though. But I was like, that is so nice. Like, yes. And I know, because my mom was like, you don't even know this guy. Like, because I was still staying at home with my mom at the time. I was only 20 years old. And I had just moved back in from college with her. And so she was just like, you don't even know. I was like, Mom, he's taking me to a carnival. Like, like that's safe, right? So, but had a great time with him. And then, some things move fast. When they say, when you know, we didn't really waste any time. We were clicking, we just felt like this was it. I made the decision very early. I said, whenever I find the one, that's it. It's just gonna be one. Like I never was the type of guy to just keep, to keep having multiple situations going on. Like I always just wanted to be, just one, a one woman man. That's right. That's it. Right?
That would be us.
Okay, right.
That would be us. One woman men.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be us.
Yeah. So that's all I wanted, and so. So we, 9 months later, we got married.
Yeah. And this is the thing, there was no proposal.
I was just gonna ask about that.
This is the funny thing. Our 13-year-old daughter just recently asked him last week. She goes, Dad, I never asked, but how did you propose to Mom?
Yeah.
And it wasn't a proposal. It was just something we just talked about, and I said, hey, let's get married. And we got married in Vegas, right? We made a decision. We were like, we told our family about it. We said, hey, we're going to make a trip. It was literally like, we talked about it. And then 2 months later,
that was it.
We made the wedding happen. And so it was quick. And our plan was like, okay, let's just go to Vegas right now, just so that we can be right. We want to just make it happen. And then we'll have a wedding later or something like that. We'll have something bigger.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we're so happy that we made that decision. I think sometimes people wait and they can just wait for this perfect wedding or the timing and don't realize that sometimes that's the tough situation. Is that and you're, instead of already, hey, making it happen, because I believe for us, we believe that what's the sense of waiting when you just know? You just, you know what I mean? It's like, you're going to have to work things out. You're going to have to develop and grow. And so I'm so grateful, because literally after we got married, I think I got pregnant 4 months later.
Yeah.
Wow.
Daughter. So things happened really fast, but happy that it did that way. Yeah.
And that's the origin story.
Man, that's a great one. We're gonna take a toast to non-traditional marriages. Listen,
let's toast to that, baby.
Non-traditional. We're talking about a club couple where they say never go to the club to meet your spouse. Okay, so we broke that mold.
Yes, we did.
And then we had no proposal.
No proposal.
Just a decision.
Agreement.
An agreement. And then you jump on the plane in 2 months and go to Vegas and make it happen.
Straight to Vegas, okay? And then 4 months later, y'all started a family. We're going to drink twice on. I'm going to drink twice on now.
That's right. Yeah, we remember even, we were like, we got to go buy some rings. Went to go get the rings together. And everything. I mean, it wasn't about the wedding. It was about spending the rest of our life together.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So many people, they prepare for the wedding, right? And they spend, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars on the wedding, and it's not a bad thing, right? But they invest so much effort into having the greatest wedding ever, but they forget that it's about the marriage.
What about all that effort towards the marriage?
So I don't know if we said this already. So how many years has it been?
14 going on 15 soon in February. Be 15.
I think you did say that.
Wow.
That is amazing. I was going to ask about the wedding day. We can still talk about the wedding day. So let's talk about the wedding day.
How was Vegas on the wedding day? Were there butterflies? Were you nervous?
What, did you have anybody with you? Were y'all by yourself?
Yeah, it was a very, very small setting. So it was at one of the hotels in Vegas.
And no longer exists.
It was Imperial Palace. We found out that they shut Imperial Palace down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it was a little chapel there. It was small. It was mostly her family came. No, actually nobody in my family came.
Nobody in his family came, but his close friend at the time was like the best man, basically.
And it wasn't a thing like they didn't want to come. Like, we just moved so quick. Like, we didn't have time to plan, you know?
And my family was so quick to be like, well, wait a minute, y'all going to Vegas, you're getting married. We're not about to miss out. So and it was really cool. I mean, we're grateful, but at the same time, it wasn't supposed to be that way, because I knew his family wasn't going to be able to make it.
Right.
But I couldn't say, no, you guys aren't coming. And my grandma ended up paying for everything anyway. So that was for her to be able to do that. And I mean, we had a great time, but that was our plan. It was like, let's just go, and then we'll have another wedding later. But we never did.
Not yet. It ain't over yet. Y'all can still have another wedding.
You have a vow renewal,
Yes, you can have a big vow renewal wedding.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
And I expect an invitation.
Absolutely.
Of course. But yeah, it was a beautiful day. I mean, very, very nerve-wracking for sure. Yeah, butterflies. Because I'm like, man, we about to really do this. Like, ain't no looking back. This is it. Like, once we say I do, then that means that when times get rough, there's no I don't anymore.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so,
because we were only 21 and 22.
We were young.
Wow.
Yeah. So we so we did it. It was just a beautiful day. Had some good times there, and I'm excited to see what the future looks like to be able to do it again.
Wow, it's looking good so far. I mean, from what I could see, I mean, look at y'all.
And how many babies we got going on right now?
4 and 1 on the way.
For being fruitful and multiplying.
I know, and that's making me think it's a lot of passion and romance still in this relationship too.
Absolutely,
it has to be. Yeah, it has to be.
Absolutely.
That's important for a relationship, and I think. I think that's the thing, is that we just always have fun. We learn to have fun in our marriage. We understand each other. A man and woman should understand each other's needs. I think when you understand that, then everything is fulfilled and everybody's happy. Yep. Right? Wow. So that's I think was what's keeping us so strong. And then just going through the challenges of life and the struggles, and that's what made us. And now we're best friends. We love each other. Yeah. we don't like being apart. Even if I'm working, I'm like, I miss you. Even though he works from home, but I'm like, I miss you.
Text message downstairs,
Yeah. I love it. I always loved y'all as a couple. Y'all always been one of my favorite couples. Oh my goodness.
You got it. We feel the same
about you guys. Y'all.
So what time is it? We going into our game?
We're going on to the game now.
Yes. All right. Y'all ready for some games?
Yes.
We're ready.
All right. So while I'm preparing over here, I'm going to explain how the game goes. All right. So this is called Know Your Partner.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So the very first rule is that there are no wrong answers. Right. There are no wrong answers. They're just answers. Right. So that means that if you guys don't get the same answer, neither spouse is allowed to get upset with the other and say you didn't know that, or you because if you didn't know, you'll know today. Okay.
Yeah. Now right. You know. Look.
So we're going to ask a series of about 7 questions. Unless we decide to flip the script on y'all.
Maybe. Who knows?
But a series of about 7 questions, and you guys will have to write your answers down on paper.
No peeking.
You cannot allow your spouse to see your answer.
Okay.
You cannot talk about your answer while you're writing it down. No table talking. Okay. And if you guys get the same answer, you guys can celebrate however you wish. You can high five, you can kiss, you can hug, you can jit, whatever it is that you want to do. If you guys get different answers, then we toast. No, sorry, we take shots.
Yes, we take shots.
So I'm over here trying to open up my Crown Peach because this is what I'm going to be shooting. I'm having a hard time doing this.
I'm going to be shooting coconut liqueur.
Okay. Got it.
Coconut liqueur.
Yes. I actually say coconut Irish cream. That's what it says. So this is my first time having this. So I'm excited. I decided to get something a little less than just straight alcohol because, I've been eating half shots.
That's so
I hear you.
Oh, you need a shot glass.
So I'm gonna get myself ready. But I think this is like.
Oh, yeah, you guys are going to do very well.
I think the Reeds are the #1 couple. I think y'all gonna get them a run for their money. That's what I believe. I really do. I think y'all are very in sync, just like the Reeds.
Mm-hmm. I'm just pouring shots, not because I don't have faith that you guys are going to get the same answer. I just rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
I got you.
Have it and not need it, and need it and not have it. That's Danielle's self. For prepaid legal.
All right, so you guys ready?
Right now.
All right, very first question. Not sure if you guys have read the book or not, but we're going to ask you anyway. And if you haven't read the book, then we'll go over the answers with you so that you guys can pick answers, right? But you guys still can't talk about it. But you may have read the book because you guys are very informed, educated, smart people. All right. So first question is going to go towards Danielle. And this question is, what is Danielle's #1 love language? From the 5 love languages written by Gary Chapman. Okay, so what is Danielle's #1 love language? It looks like you guys are writing, so it doesn't look like I need to say them all. Okay.
You said done.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead. So we're gonna go ahead and just go ahead and tell me what you got, Ledaro. What's your answer?
Quality time.
Yes.
Quality time.
Yes.
That's what's up. Oh, they high five. Okay.
So this tells me that you guys have read the book. You guys have done your work in that area. This is great.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and flip this question over to Ledaro. And the question is, what is Ledaro's #1 love language? What is Ledaro's #1 love language? Do you know Ledaro?
I know.
For those of you who are listening and don't know, it's either going to be acts of service. It's either going to be touch. It could be quality time. It could be gifts, or it could be words of affirmation. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and reveal the answer. So what do you have, Danielle?
Words of affirmations.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm so not surprised though. I already had high expectations.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you guys, we always like to share ours. So for us, Kiana's number one love language is acts of service. Okay. So, I used to write her poetry and raps all the time, but she just wanted me to take out the trash and wash the dishes. Okay. And that made my life very pleasurable. And for me, it's quality time. Yep, quality time. I just love being around my wife and actually doing stuff like this.
You said that's your number one quality time? Quality time.
Well, touch and quality time. It's both.
Yeah. Touch used to be. So you're saying touch is not your number one anymore?
It's both.
Touch usually is number one, and both of our number two is quality time. We're always together too.
All the time.
My dad asked me one time, like, every time I see you, I gotta see him. I say, yeah, we married, Daddy.
Right. And this will be actually speaking that quality time. I love this because different love languages have different dialects, and this is the type of quality time that I like as well. It's us together doing something, of substance, of purpose. I really like this. All right. So next question is going to be my nerd question. Okay. This is where sometimes we start drinking because I love being a nerd and I'm allowed to be a nerd for a couple of minutes on our podcast. So my nerd question is going towards Ledaro first. If Ledaro could be, I don't even know if you guys watch this stuff, but I'm going to ask it anyway. If Ledaro could be his favorite superhero, who would that superhero be? If he could be his favorite superhero, who would that it could be DC, it could be Marvel, it could be Disney. I mean,
Lion King.
Mufasa.
All right, so write your answers down. Just make sure you guys don't see each other's answers, so that you guys don't peek over and just write down the same answer, because if you do, I'm going to drink anyway. So go ahead, write your answers down.
Okay.
Where's our music, babe?
Ladaro's the singer. He could do the Jeopardy music, because I totally messed up the Jeopardy music when I do it. It doesn't sound good at all.
Right,
you guys got your answer?
This is going to be a fun one. Okay, so I'm not even 100% sure, to be honest with you, but
that's what makes it fun.
Okay.
I put Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
That's it. That's it. Spider-Man.
Yes.
Wow.
Why Spider-Man, Ledaro?
Spider-Man is like, he's that neighborhood hero, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he saved the day. He helps people. He's just a fun guy. And I think it'd be fun just to kind of like just be flying all over the place,
swinging on some webs.
Like I'm like, that's something that he would like. So go with Spider-Man. But
I feel like because I always want to be a hero for my family.
Yeah.
Mm.
When I think of him, I'm like, he's a hero.
He is.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tell me this. Is it Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
Nope.
Is it? I don't even know the second guy's name, so it can't be him, because nobody even likes him unless you like him. It's like I don't even.
Tom Holland.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. He's the best. He's dope. He's definitely a dope Spider-Man. All right. So next question, we're actually going to flip the question back towards Danielle. If Danielle could be her favorite superhero, woman superhero, who would that superhero be? Who would that lady be? If Danielle could be,
she knows the characters.
Okay.
She said she know the characters.
All right.
Absolutely.
Let's see if y'all get this one right.
If she could be her favorite superhero, who would that superhero be? If y'all get this right, I want to take a shot anyway. I'm going to celebrate you guys getting everything the same, getting all the same answers.
That's what we have to do on the reads. We have to start drinking on the right answers.
You have to find reasons to. Sometimes I create a technicality like, no, see, that really wasn't the answer, right?
Daryl thinking hard. Look at him.
We've never ever talked about this.
No.
See, this is great.
That's why it's a great question, because who talks about this?
Right.
Like nobody ever really talks about this, you know?
Mhm.
I think we talked about we didn't talk about who we would be. I think we talked about who we like the most. So that's kind of why I knew maybe Spider-Man for him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a hint, Ledaro. I think she just threw you some hints.
Look, no table talking. The table talking police is not here.
I heard them hints. I heard them.
You might be taking a shot.
Oh,
It's all good. We never talked about it.
all right.
No, we didn't. It's okay if it's not the same.
All right.
I want to hear your answer, Ledaro.
I'm gonna go with Wonder Woman.
That's it.
No, really?
Okay, we said we're gonna have to
We're gonna take a
toast.
shot.
We're gonna have to
We're
toast
gonna
on that
take a
right
shot.
here, baby.
We're
They
gonna-
got that one.
Toast to Spider-Man and Wonder Woman.
Because I was trying to think. I'm like, because we never even really watched any of the Marvels with like women superheroes that was like super dope, except for Wonder Woman. So I just remember.
Yeah, and the new one, like
What's the one?
super classy to like I'm saving the day, right? So
Yes, and she is still sexy.
But
now,
you know
don't forget.
who's a really dope female superhero?
I knew I was gonna say her, the blue and red one.
No,
are you gonna say Scarlett Johansson?
no, the girl. Have you guys seen Deadpool?
No.
You got to watch Deadpool, especially the second one. There's this he's putting together this team,
Oh yes,
and he's asking everybody what their superpowers are, and her superpower is luck. She's lucky.
Yeah.
She's dope.
Okay.
It's like she just lives life, and everything just falls right on time for her. That's like literally her superpower.
Nice.
That is a
And
cool
she
one.
could fight too, but she literally just goes through life, and everything just falls directly on time at the right time for her. So like it could be a bunch of commotion going on, and she'll just walk her way right through that stuff, man. It's crazy,
Hey,
man.
that's a cool superpower.
That's a cool. Yeah, she's dope, man. She's dope. I was like, oh, that's a nice little superpower.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so y'all have a winning streak right now. Okay, so it's my turn to ask a question.
Okay.
And this is an odd question also. But hey, y'all been married 15 years. Y'all might know this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with Danielle. Danielle, what is Ladaro's favorite smell? You got to write it down. Mhm.
You write it
Yes, write it down. Ledaro, what's your favorite smell?
My favorite smell, like it
could be something out the oven. It could be a baby. It could be something, a perfume of your wife's. It could be the smell of the ocean. It could be anything. People love to smell. I heard people say they love to smell of gasoline. I mean, I'm just saying it could be whatever it is for you.
I used to be that guy. I used to like the smell of gasoline. Oh, that's funny.
He never shared that one.
Oh, this podcast is exposing.
Oh, Daryl likes to smell gasoline.
He got a wild side.
14 years.
14 years, never knew that. See, it's good.
Okay.
See?
All right, so there's a lot of things that I like. Okay, so I like.
Hold on, you can't say.
Are
You
you
gotta write
table
it down.
talking?
You gotta write it down.
Oh,
You gotta write it down. Make sure
We
she
can
don't see
discuss
it.
it after you share your answer. Then we can hear that thought afterwards.
okay.
But you can't give no clues. No clues. Because y'all have been on this little winning streak. Let's just see how this go.
We'll see. He likes a lot of smells, so
I
we'll
do,
see.
man.
Your favorite, your ultimate favorite.
All right. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
All right. So
What is it, Ledaro?
what you got, Danielle?
Oh, he said Danielle first.
Okay. I put that he likes my Chanel perfume, the Chanel Tendre.
Mm.
What you put?
Chanel.
Wow. Wow.
See, this is why this is fun, right? Mm-hmm.
Because if you didn't know, you don't know, but you guys know.
I I am not surprised. I already told you. I thought y'all would be pretty much giving the reeds a run for their money.
Hey, that perfume is out cold.
Yeah,
I must say.
It's nice.
Wow, Chanel.
Write that down.
Hey,
So I got to go online and get some Chanel on the way.
Hey, strangers compliment me when I wear that thing. So
I mean, that might just be a Danielle's perfume, you know. Hey, I might put it on. It might not be the same on me.
That's nice.
Okay. So I have a second question,
Yeah, you want to
correct?
flip that?
Oh.
Or unless you want to do with something else.
I'm flipping it. Yes. So, Ledaro,
Mhm.
what is Danielle's favorite smell or scent, however you want to describe it?
Do I write it down or does she write it down?
you ready?
You both write
of
it
y'all
down.
write it down. I feel like this is the perfect time for some. Oh, he said, well, maybe no
Got it.
Jeopardy music.
got
Okay.
He got
see
it.
how fast I don't even think. Did you write? Okay. Who go first, babe?
Ladaro's going to go first
Ledaro.
because it's about Danielle.
Curve cologne.
Curve Cologne.
Curve cologne.
Oh my God.
Oh my. Are we 6-0?
Yeah, we're going to take a shot for
We're
6-0.
gonna have to take a
We're going
shot.
to celebrate.
We celebrate 6-0.
Celebrate 6-0. So you guys are now giving Doc and Jocelyn a run for their money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Y'all get this last one right. Y'all would be the champion couple.
And
thus
this
far.
last one, we always toast to the answer anyway, because it's a great question
A wonderful question.
that gives great answers.
Mhm.
So we toast to it
So we're getting ready. See, look.
regardless. So
The last
question is,
if y'all get this one right, first of all, if y'all get this question right, you will be the first couple on Keeping Up with today is the Harts to get all questions correct. Oh, baby, where that drum
and
roll at?
this is
We need to do the
episode.
drum roll.
This is episode number what? This is like the 7th
I think
interview.
this is the 7th,
This might be like the 7th interview.
maybe 7th or 8th. Yes.
7th or 8th interview.
Yeah, you like number 7.
Oh, it may be 7 because 7 is a blessed number, ain't it?
And there are 7 questions.
Oh,
How ironic would that be?
okay, baby.
So
the last question. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm
So
nervous.
the last question is, and you both have to write the answer down, and you can't allow your spouse to see your answer. So the
Ooh.
next question is, who would be the Harts' favorite power couple? The couple that Ledaro and Danielle looks at and say, "Oh yeah,
Couple goals.
that's the bar.
Mhm.
That's the standard.
Mhm.
We're working
still be alive.
towards that." They don't have to be alive.
There's no rules.
Okay.
Apparently, there's
There's
no
no rules
rules.
because I mean we're not gonna we'll tell you one of the answers after you guys answer, but apparently there's no rules to
There's
this.
no
But
rules to this question.
the couple that Ledaro and Danielle looks at and says, "Hey, that right there is the bar. They are setting the standard. That's who we're aspiring to be something like." Because of course you want to be yourself, but they just inspire you to keep pushing and keep moving.
Mhm.
Okay, so because here it is, you guys may get the same answer.
Maybe.
And you guys will say, okay, this is our favorite power couple.
Mhm.
And you guys may get 2 different answers. And you guys may say, well, these are our 2 favorite power couples.
Hello.
Right?
Say it.
So either way is a great answer. And either way, we're going to toast to whoever you guys pick.
Yes.
So you guys ready? Did you pick Ledaro?
Yeah, I got it.
You got yours, Danielle?
Yeah.
All
You
right.
got to see yours first, though.
Okay.
All right, Ledaro, the woman has spoken. We have to see yours first.
I put Abraham and Sarah.
Abraham and Sarah. He went straight Bible.
Sarah and Abraham.
Wow.
Baby, you need to put the clapping mute. What?
Hey.
Oh my God, y'all got all 7 questions correct. This is amazing. Y'all are the star couple thus far. Okay. OMG.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
Wow.
is exciting. Yeah, that deserved some sugar. Okay.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and
exciting.
we're gonna toast to Abraham and Sarah.
We're gonna toast to Abraham and Sarah. Okay.
the father
Wow.
of many nations, the father of the faith. Toast to Abraham and Sarah.
Wow.
Whew, Lord.
So when we said there's no rules on that question, we had a couple, the Williams, who was my sister and her husband. And his answer just had everybody fall out of their chair, cracking up laughing. And he was so serious. He said George and Weezy.
George and Weezy. Yeah, moving on
He said
up.
they moving on up.
That's good.
That is good.
Shout out.
So there are no rules to that question, okay?
That's good.
That is good. Good.
All right. You know what, you guys? This is why we do what we do. See how in sync you guys are. It is unbelievable. The chemistry and the unity that is shared between the two of you is so inspirational.
Thank you.
And this is one of the reasons why we love you guys. Oh my gosh. Even those who are just meeting you for the first time can see how, and those were not traditional questions, but yet you knew each other's answers. That I am so inspired. Okay.
Very in sync, very in tune.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
the next part of our show, we go into.
Actually, we're going to talk a little bit about what you guys do.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to talk a little about what you guys do.
Let's promote you, celebrate
I know
you.
that you guys, so here's the thing is that, we love couples. We love couples of all walks of life.
Yes.
We love couples that say, hey, you know what, we the regular 9-to-5ers. We go to work, we come home, and we just be a family.
Yes.
But we also really, really, really love couples who are power couples, who are working to achieve more, to leave legacies for their children and their children's children. And we know that our relationship was built on that foundation, of working and pushing towards more, so we want to promote you guys. We want to celebrate you guys. We want to let people know what you guys do. That way, if they need you, they can find you.
Yes.
Okay. I know that you guys are people of many, 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 many talents.
Yes.
You guys do many things. So, go ahead and share.
Okay. Let me start.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So what do? We do a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Usually when people ask us that question, normally we would respond with our occupation, right? Kind of what we do, and but we're very, very mindful of that question as well, because we like to say, when people say, what do you do? The first thing is that we're parents first, right?
I know that's right.
We're husband and wife first, right? I'm a husband. We have a family, and that's our that's our number one priority. That's our work there, and so so that's number one. On the job side of things, I'm a job recruiter. So I help people connect the dots to be able to get employment, to be able to help them get a job. It's actually very rewarding, especially the time we're living in right now. This past year and a half, 2 years has been, definitely been, very interesting, challenging for a lot of people.
Man, yes.
And so, I know finding employment has definitely been something that's a challenge for a lot of people. And so to be able to be in that position, to be able to help people provide for their families, to be able to help them pay their rent, pay their bills.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
It's very rewarding for me, Also, let's see. Also musically, I'm excited about diving into music. So I'm an artist, I'm a creator.
Yes.
I'm a singer and a songwriter.
Yes.
And, I'll be working on some brand new music very, 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 very soon.
Can't wait for that.
I know.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
I'm excited. I took a break just to really focus on us, just to make sure that
I understand.
right? Make sure that we just had to just make sure that we were developed and prepared. And so I know for you guys, for those who are listening, the Joneses actually was the couple that introduced us to personal development.
Yes.
Right. Really start introducing us to different concepts and different books and different speakers. And it was because of this couple that we kind of got on that journey
Aw.
start reading and kind of diving into different entrepreneurial ventures and things like that. Our eyes are just open to a lot of different things.
Absolutely. And what I don't want you to talk about the personal development, what you guys are doing with that yet, because that's going to be our next question.
Yes, it is.
That's going to be our next question. So I'm glad that you said that,
So in sync.
because that is our, like, that's our heartbeat, you know, especially of our marriage, of our growth, the way that we raise our kids. You know, personal development is our heartbeat. But go ahead, continue.
I just wanted to say that. And so that's that. So the entertainment factor. I'm also a dancer and a choreographer.
An excellent dancer.
So I love to be able to create in that space. And then we're also entrepreneurs. You know, we're entrepreneurs at heart. You know, we believe in building wealth for our families. You know, we want to be able to, you know, help teach our kids how to live according to their values, you know, and be able to know how to put them in a position to where they, you know, to where we have money working for us. You know, we're building, creating wealth for our families and things like that as well. So entrepreneurs, and we have some phenomenal people in our lives. And, you know, because of, you know, the people that we've been having in our lives, you know, my wife was able to walk away from her job.
All right.
You know, a couple years ago, which has been great. And
Yes.
3
years ago, yeah.
And then I'll throw it back over to you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I still, like you said, I was able to walk away from my job because of the people that has helped us and the arena that we were in. But I still am passionate about makeup, but just in a way, right? I worked for MAC Cosmetics for many years, and then I ended up doing freelance and working for TV and production and film.
Yes.
I ended up doing that for a while. It was great experiences, but like he said, our values just really changed. You know, being a mom and a wife, I think, is the number one priority. I believe that if the home does not have peace, then there is peace. And if I was so focused on my career more so than my children and my husband, then I believe that's where things would have became more broken. So really happy to be able to just be that, to be able to focus on my children and to focus on my husband as well too. And so that's really my main thing right now. I still do makeup here and there for people. It just really depends. I focus sometimes on skincare and makeup. Because I love just seeing people just happy, you know, that's my main thing. I wanted to do it because of the creative side of it. I am an artistic type of person. So to be able to just see people happy, right? And not only just exterior, I love to, you know, make people feel, you know, beautiful, or women to feel empowered and beautiful inside as well too, because it's so much more than just our exterior beauty, right? So
absolutely.
That's something that I take so much joy in. It's just to be able to help women in that way, empower women. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. So, man, I mean, this thing just has a flow, and it's cool because, you know, we can actually talk about this, and we don't have to rush because we still got about 15 minutes left on the show. So.
Because y'all sped through them answers so fast.
You went through the answers so fast. 7 for 7.
I mean, hello.
All right. So the Joneses, we really pride ourselves on personal development.
We do.
You know, I'm a church boy. I grew up in the church. You know, that's just my background. But even in growing up in the church in Detroit, especially, you still didn't see a lot of successful marriages.
Absolutely.
You know, and when me and Kiana got married, we were kind of looking for examples. Like we were looking for examples, like who can we look to? Who can we call? Where can we go? You know, if we're having issues, where can we go? And the crazy part is that, you know, we had some counseling, we went to some pastors. And it's funny that even some of the pastors that counsel us aren't with their wives anymore, or they're having a lot of issues in their marriage, you know. So we prided ourselves on personal development and applying personal development to our marriage because, you know, we were initially introduced to personal development for business, so that we can grow ourselves, so we can, you know, be sharper, you know, be cleaner, you know, be of more value in business. And I said, I thought about it. I said, well, maybe I can use this stuff to be more valuable as a husband to my wife and be more valuable as a father, to my children, because personal development is general knowledge. It's general information. It's general empowerment. So you can actually apply it to all walks of life. So me and my wife, we actually started studying some certain things together. Yep. We started reading different books together. One of our core books that we love is The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman, because it helped us to communicate our love languages to each other.
Yep.
I say that book saved our marriage.
Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then also we love the 4 Agreements by Danielle Ruiz. Has been a very pivotal book. I'm about to say your word, pivotal book in our life, because the 4 agreements
Miguel Ruiz.
It actually makes you work on yourself. So we have to work on ourselves individually with the 4 agreements, then come back together. Collectively after working on ourselves individually, and then we have to hold ourselves accountable as well as hold each other accountable but more so we hold ourselves accountable. And that's where the power comes from, because I could easily say, remember what the 4 agreements said, I can easily point that finger, but now, it's more so I'm pointing the finger to myself. Hey, Bashari, remember what the 4 agreements said. Remember, don't take it personal. Remember, don't make assumptions. If you got a problem in your head, go talk about it. So it's like now I'm holding myself accountable. She's holding herself accountable, and we hold each other accountable as well. And then we also, we smell our own sugar honey iced tea. We smell it. So it's like, so she come and say, hey, are you taking it personal? I'm like, yeah, I am. I am taking it personal, but I could own it. I can own it. I can smell my own sugar honey iced tea and say, you know what? Yep, I am taking this personal right now. Let me chill out. Let me go chill out somewhere. Let me go collect myself, because I know I'm taking it personal. She knows I'm taking it personal. Let me go ahead and chill out, collect myself, and then the 3rd book was actually
this is the newest book.
The newest book actually just came within the past year, because
last 6 months actually.
And I really, really like this book, because most people don't know anything about gender principles. The feminine energy or masculine energy. We have no clue. Why? Because we're not taught. Nobody talks about feminine and masculine energy. So the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus is a great book in explaining masculine and feminine energy, and really giving you some layman's terms on how the feminine energy works, how the masculine energy works, the language of the feminine energy and the language of the masculine energy, and helping us understand we're just 2 different types of beings. We don't do things the same. We don't think the same. We don't communicate the same. And if we can understand how each other communicates, then we could do 2 things. We can let each other be in their space, and also intertangle in each other's space properly.
Exactly.
So those are just 3 books. You want to say something?
Yes, I wanted to say Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus was a big one for me. And I really kind of I felt like I had to really say to Bashar, I really need you to listen to this, because I used to feel like he just didn't get me. I used to feel misunderstood a lot, and I'm telling you, it was like magic. After he read that book, I felt the shift, even in our conversations, the way he dealt with me, the way he responded. I just really, it's like it helped me to even open up more, because I felt heard. I felt understood, So that was the last level up that we recently had in our marriage that took us to a whole nother level. And then we also got these cards, these intimate couple cards that I think took us up another level, didn't it? I think so. I love that game. I'm gonna have to tell y'all about that game.
Absolutely. So what we want to do is we want you guys to share, because I know you guys are getting ready to go into that person, because I know how that personal development is, and how powerful it is. So I just want you guys to share, some of the things, whether it's personal development, whether it's your spirituality, whatever it is, the things that that helped you guys? 14 years going on 15.
Yes.
What has been those things that you have not necessarily just read, heard, but most importantly, applied to your marriage to keep you guys going this strong for this long?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, for Ledaro and I, we believe a lot of personal development is where we are today in our marriage and why it is successful, because our first 5 years in marriage, honestly, we struggled so much with communication. And, just not understanding each other. I'm so happy that y'all mentioned that book, because I believe that's why a lot of people or marriages, they don't understand each other, that they're different.
Yep.
Men and women are different. Men have certain needs, women have certain needs. If you understand those needs, your home is happy, right? And it's both sides. It's not just one or the other. It's both sides. And so the 5 love languages, that was one of our first ones that I would say that really helped transform the changes in our marriage, right? Because we understood that was important. I'm like, I never spoke about 5 love languages to my husband. We never spoke about that to each other. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yep.
And so it was like, it's like, this, but you don't know how to verbalize it until you read a book, and then you can express, oh, wow, I am a person of quality time. Didn't realize that. Now you can understand me on a different level, right? So book that transformed us. There's actually a book I'm reading right now that it is amazing. We're both kind of reading. It's a woman's and a man's version of it, but it's called Woman's Wisdom, The Garden of Peace for Women. And just, I just want to read just a quick piece of it, because this is just like we were talking about. I believe that this is the foundation of why marriages sometimes don't understand what's going on and why things aren't working out. But it says, everything in this world depends on marital peace, everything. Those living in a home devoid of peace suffer inevitable emotional problems, as well as difficulties in income and in all realms of life.
Wow.
That statement
I agree with that.
Yeah, that statement alone to me, I'm like, that speaks volumes. And if marriages understood that, I think the peace in the home will just be a different vibe. They will understand each other a lot more with that.
Nice.
And so I even mentioned too, I said, one of the most basic rules of marital peace is that both husband and wife must recognize their respective responsibilities. Right?
I agree.
That's important. And it's not a thing of, oh my gosh, I'm submissive to him. A lot of people don't like that word submissive, but in a sense, there is some of that with each other. It's not one or the other. It's
absolutely
admitting you're selfless. And we understand selflessness, right? And again, like I said, I think the most important thing that we learned was each other's needs.
I love that.
Yeah, because when a lot of times in marriages, we're automatically expecting to get our needs met, right? We have that type of attitude. It's like, oh, well, it's about me, right? And that's where the selfishness come in at. And that creates a lot of issues. And so we've learned over time is that when you focus on what the other person needs and focus on making sure that they got everything, all boxes checked on their end, your end is going to automatically be good. You don't have to worry about it, right? You don't have to worry about, if you go, whatever you need, you're not going to have any deficiencies there.
No.
And so another concept that we've really been learning, especially for me as the man, is that the wife is a mirror of the husband. She's the mirror of the husband. So any deficiency he sees in her is actually his own deficiency. Right?
You preaching today. Go on now.
So if that's the case, then the man definitely shouldn't try to correct her. Right? Especially by reprimanding and criticizing. Instead, he should evaluate himself and correct what he needs to be correcting.
Wow.
Right. And so that was that concept is a big game changer for us, because it's so easy to point the finger. It's so easy to say, okay, well, how come you doing this? How come you doing that? Why do you do this? And so actually, men, we need to learn how to sit back and look at our wives as our mirrors, to be able to say, you know what, the things that bother me about her, is actually just a reflection about what I
Absolutely.
need.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So that was a big game changer on how to communicate with my wife, to understand that she's not here. She's not in my life to break me.
Mm-hmm.
She's in my life to help build me.
Mm.
In my life to help me grow and to reach my potential. And when I reach my potential, we reach our potential.
Oh, that was good.
So also the woman was also created to be a helper, as well as to be against.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because if the man is doing what he's supposed to do, she's going to help.
Yeah, that is automatic. That's a woman's nature. I agree. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I got excited.
If the man is not doing what he's supposed to do, guess what? She's going to be against.
Still all good, right? Because she's helping him get to his greatest potential. Right.
So I think
I love that.
As a man, we need to understand that we need to work as a team.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And everything that she says is not to hurt, is to build, is to help us grow, and to be able, and that helps us kind of change our perspective. Thanks.
That was good. I think ego is a big part of that. I think if we can put our egos to the side, it's easier to receive from our partner, even when it's uncomfortable.
100%.
Because sometimes when you got to look at yourself, it's uncomfortable, you know. And I love what you said, Ledaro. You said a lot of things that was really eye-opening, you know. And I had a train of thought that I was about to share, and I think I just lost it. I think it's gone.
Come back to
you. Oh man, but I wanted to say that it's very important to feel heard in a relationship. I think the number one thing that most people want is someone that they feel understands them and hears them. You know, and we want to be heard and we want to be understood. And a woman's natural nature is to be nurturing, to be supportive. And when a man actually gets to a place where he can actually receive from his wife, usually things really work more in harmony, because women are made to be more intuitive, which means we go by gut feeling. That's just how God made us function. So we feel strongly. We may not even be able to explain it, but a lot of times our gut feeling, if we follow them, is on point. And not only do we go by, gut feeling a lot, we also feel strong with our emotions and with our words. We do a lot of communicating to express our feelings, which is where all the talking comes in. So I don't know. I think once a man really learns to trust his wife and listens to her, I do believe, like, who wrote Think and Grow Rich? Napoleon Hill. He talks about the mastermind. He said the greatest mastermind is between a husband and a wife. So when the husband is able to hear from the wife and receive from the wife, because I think most women who are wanting to be in a marriage naturally have a submissive way about them. We don't ever want to make our husbands feel like we're trying to overpower them or run things, because that is not our intentions. We want him to know that we respect him as the man of the household. And a lot of women, if they really have the desire to be a wife and be in a marriage, will humble themselves. And a lot of times that means we feel not heard, or our opinions and our feelings aren't valued,
Absolutely. We agree with
nice.
Yeah. We agree 100% with all of that.
Absolutely. We got about 1 minute left. So we want to do it real quick. Just tell people where they could find you on social media. That way, if they need you, they can find you. So, if you feel comfortable giving that information out.
Absolutely. The best way to find us together is on our Instagram page. We spend a lot of time there. And so it is The Family of Harts, and we spell it HARTS, The Family of Harts. That's our Instagram. And you can message us there. We reply to all of our messages. We talk. We're very present there on that page. So
Yeah.
Absolutely. We just want to give a shout out to Sandman
Yes.
for allowing us to be on this platform.
Yes.
radio.sandboxradio.com. Thank you for letting us be here,
Yes,
brother.
we're so grateful.
And we are so grateful. We're thankful for having the Harts on today. They just gave you guys some nuggets.
Yes.
So take some notes. Get to the YouTube page. Follow us on KUWJ Live on all platforms.
Yes.
And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Peace out, family.
Thank you guys so much.